Hello, this is Ronnie. I'm sharing with you here a clip taken from a long video that I just finished to record for my subscribers. I think you will find the clip very interesting. Okay, that's gold. A very interesting situation is developing in gold and silver. When you check gold and silver, you have to check also the US dollar Swiss. It just goes together. It goes together. If you don't know, you know now. You should not even dare to trade the gold and silver without checking the US dollar Swiss. You will see how much help you're going to get from that. Of course, you should also look at the dollar index. But we are now looking at the situation that that's the weekly. That is now preparing for possibly a critical meltdown here in gold. I wish I could tell you that it's going to come tomorrow. Sorry, in a specific specific date, but I can't. What I can do is follow very closely the development of the minute scale in gold and silver and try to assess when that critical breakdown is going to take place. And somehow the price action on Friday is telling me we should be on alert. We should be on alert. There is a definite sign of serious weakness in both precious metals. But the overall picture, I hope is very clear to you. We're in a 1-2-1 situation. I think that we terminated the first leg down. If I'm right in reading that, we went down for about 3-4 weeks. It's time to correct. It's time for, I'm not calling for a big jump. Yeah, I'm not calling for a retest of the top of 1183. Forget it. I think it's completely unlikely. What I do think is we're going to have a correction of maybe 25% or 38% of the drop. If it's terribly weak, it's just going to crawl on the floor here. Yes, barely correcting to the tune of 25% of the entire drop, and then it's just going to collapse. It's going to go into complete panic meltdown in a 3 of 3. Okay, this is still looking like a very likely scenario. That's one. That's two. We have used an alteration here. That's two, and we came down with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here, and I pegged the end of the first leg right here as I'm showing you. We'll see the 60 minutes in a sec, and my assumption is we are now in a correction. So you can see for yourself, we went down for about 2.5-3 weeks. Okay, that can't be the entire correction, the second wave. No way. I will be absolutely astonished. I'll be absolutely astonished. If it does break immediately, I would assume that we're probably still in a fourth wave, or I just missed something here. Okay, it's not impossible to miss. Of course, it's always possible to miss something where the market is very weak, as I've just explained to you concerning a different chart, if you remember, a forex chart where a market is terribly weak or terribly strong. The proportions are just, if you like, they lose the usual charm. The charm of the proportion is that it gives you a sense of location, and when the proportions are out of joint, you lose that sense of location, and it could be taken place right here. But anyhow, if I go with a conservative line, that is my 1, and I think we're in a second wave. So a rally back to overhead resistance around here looks pretty obvious right here. This zone that you see between the 0.382 to the 0.5 should present an excellent selling opportunity, because when it comes down the next time, there's nothing in the world that's going to stop it from crashing badly. Okay, so again, I'm not sure we're going to go that far. It's possible it's even weaker than I realize. It's going to crash through now under 1063. It's not going to wait for anyone. If you are not in, you are not in. It's just going to crash. Here we go. That's the 60 minutes. And that is the preferred reading at this point. That's a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. We had a slide. Almost a failure here of the last wave, the tiny wave. I'll open it further so you can see from close. You see that is taken as extended first of the last leg, of the fifth leg, with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. So that's the end of the run. and that's the correction. That is evidently what you see here can't relate to this. When I say it can't relate, I mean it can't be part of this flow. It's pretty obvious on the time scale and the price scale. So this is something else from what you had here, and this can be taken as part of a 5-wave run. So my assumption at this point, this is 1, that's an ABC, that's an X, that's an A. I suppose that is probably a B reaching an end. So that would assume that gold can be slightly weaker, but then we come back up. We come back up. We're not talking about a massive rally, but we're coming up maybe in a choppy manner towards 1080, 1095 or so. And then again, dilly-dallying, another X and another ABC, etc. You get the point, because this is a patched up rally, if you like. It's a corrective situation. So it's not going to be terribly coherent. The only thing that could help in the circumstances here, if you work with levels. I'm back to the daily. In such a situation, you want to work with levels because the patterns are not going to be terribly helpful when you end up analyzing a corrective pattern. Is obviously much more difficult. This is one level of resistance you want to watch right here. That comes at just under it's let's see, I would say 1105 around here. And that's the next one. Okay, this zone that is hugging, if you like, the 0.382 level at around 1110, 1105. That's your first area where you want to start considering selling short. I'm probably wrong, and something is not looking right if it manages, if it displays too much strength. And too much strength, as far as I'm concerned, will be to build a base above 1140. I wouldn't like that as a short. I mean, going in short and suddenly it jumps and start building a base here, I would get worried. I would get worried maybe I missed something, maybe it is going there or something, you know. That would just not look right. Okay, anything that takes it back to towards 1110, 1100s even, and then takes it back down there is the resounding confirmation the bear is alive, everything is on track, a meltdown is on sight. Okay, bear that in mind. Now here's silver. Silver is also showing extreme weakness, and I put here the monthly. I won't go through the very long term again, but I want to emphasize something that is easily visible when you discuss the monthly scale. Just look what happened here. That was covering big part of 2013, 2014, and you can see the support. And then it broke. And look what happened here. It tried on several occasions to climb back. Didn't work. And in turn, it built another set of support zone here. Right here. And now again, look what happened. Do you see what happened here? This is very, very long-term analysis. Again, it tried several months to climb back above this level and failed. And now look what happened recently. It's beginning to point down. This is step march to a lot lower lows. As you can see, it's a solid bear trend. Never argue with such a thing. Never. Never argue with such a thing. No matter what anybody says, when you look at such a thing that is so solid on a monthly scale, you never want to buck this trend. Never. This is now the daily, and we're dealing with 1, that's 2, and we came down in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's over. I think it's over. That's a second wave. Now, if you like, a conservative estimate would say this is a second wave unfolding. And we need some continuation of that attempt to rally. But so far, it's just stuck. It's not going anywhere. And a break under 14 could start a complete panic. Okay, a break under 14. So be prepared for that. There is a way that I could be wrong, of course. If I'm saying that breaking 14 will start a panic, it might actually just end the first leg. That's something you have to take into account. But silver has been terribly weak. When you start working on the possible targets for the correction, this is the first target you want to take into account. You see what I'm doing? 14.5. That's your first level. you want to take into account this level. The next level is right here. It's going back to the 50% retracement. Right here. All this around here. Okay, and of course my critical line should not be messed up with. We do not want to see silver climbing about 15.5. That will be too much strength. Too much strength. Saying I maybe missed something. It's just out of character. It shouldn't happen. Okay, now this is the 60 minutes. And that's the subdivisions that I see for silver. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think it finished here. And as I said, I'm now looking forward to a correction. Could be very subdued correction. Yes, just delivering some patchy ABC something that would just march in place. Okay, and then third wave, an absolute panic. Just in case you would like to have further information or to learn more about my website, I thought of introducing very briefly my website here. That is the front page, and if you scroll down you will see there are quite a few examples of recent clips that I added. I also have a lot of charts here. If you're interested, there are a lot of charts that you can study, examples of past market action. There are also more charts here under resources at the chart galleries. You have chart galore number 1, number 2, plenty of charts. You've got useful links, recommended reading list, okay, terms of use, private policy. You can get in touch with me if you have any issue, any question whatsoever. Here there is a description of the services, okay, and in fact this you will see once you log in. It will let you see what you subscribe to, okay. So if you subscribe to the Wave Mastery daily service video, you'll get that. If you subscribe to the weekend service, you'll get that. But before subscribing, you might want to actually take a look at a trial. Okay, so you can actually have a trial of the daily video service, the full service. You click right here, and it takes you to the page of the trial. It's 7 calendar days. It only costs €2.99. Okay, €2.99. You can pay with PayPal. It gives you access to the archive. You can also get in touch with me if you have specific questions. I will do my best to answer that. That is the daily service trial, and that's the daily service, the full scale. Then we have the Wave Mastery weekend video service trial. This is also priced at only $2.99. It gives you 12 calendar days. You get 2 long videos with that, okay, fresh videos, and you get access to the archive. And again, you can get in touch with me if you have any questions. That is the issue of the trial. Here on the main page you have some articles that you might want to have a look at, and that's the very brief introduction of my website. Hope you enjoyed the clip. Hope to see you on my website. Don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Wishing you successful trading. Bye now.